Hi, hello, hey. This is Dylan. That's Lyssie.
Hello,
And this is Talkin Music. And that's Lita.
if you can hear her.
Anyway,
She be chirping and crying and screaming, so she might just start screaming halfway through this.
we're going to the beach today.
I wish.
We're going to smoke some weed today.
I wish I was on the beach right now.
It's pretty nice out. It's sunny.
The fact that I'm not at the beach is actually kind of a crime.
Sorry that this episode is late as well. We have lives and stuff.
My work schedule has gotten so beyond fucked that
It's just,
Yeah.
everything's been hectic.
yeah.
Anyway, we are talking about the self-titled album by the band, the Dirty Heads.
Mm-hmm.
So let's jump right into it. Lissy,
Hmm.
what is your introduction to the Dirty Heads?
Not much, honestly. Like, I never really listened to them or knew about them. I might have heard like a song here and there on the off chance, but never really like knew it was them. If I had heard any songs until like you and I started dating and you introduced me to them. And I was like, "Oh yeah, like I can kind of vibe with this. Like I can get down with some Dirty Heads." That's really it. I don't listen to them very frequently. You usually put them on and I'm like cool with it. It's like one of those bands that like if someone else puts on I'm gonna be vibing with, but I might not always put it on myself. Um that's literally the extent of it.
Fair. My introduction to the Dirty Heads is actually a kind of cool one. So you ever hear the movie Surf's Up?
Yes.
So they have a song in the movie Surf's Up
Mm-hmm.
from their debut album Stand Tall. That's the name of the song, Stand Tall. So I remember hearing that song, and then they released Lay Me Down, which became like really big. And then my dad discovered them when I was about like 13, 14, and then I started smoking weed at the age of 13. So the connections and the stars just aligned. And ever since then, the 30 Heads have been that band for me of when I need a pick me up, or if I'm having an anxiety or
I'm having an anxiety.
anxiety attack or some shit. Or if I'm just down and out, the Dirty Heads is pretty much that band that I guess you can say is the one that digs me out of that hole. The octopus on this album cover, funny enough, is my second ever tattoo I ever gotten. I have it on my arm. So I have a Dirty Heads tattoo. And like it's actually really cool because Dirty Heads is like one of those bands where it seems like a lot of people don't know about them, but people do know about them because I have the octopus on my arm and people are like you get the typical people that don't know who it is and they're like, "Oh, that's a cool octopus." And it is a cool octopus. But then there's people being like, "Is that a Dirty Heads tattoo? Holy shit." It's kind of cool.
Oh my god, these cats. Yo, Ghost, leave her the fuck alone. Jesus fucking Christ. You might continue.
These cats are insane. But yeah, so that's kind of like my history with Dirty Heads. I've seen them live in concert once in the pouring down rain, and it was fun as hell. Hell yeah, I would love to go see them again. It's always a good time.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I guess a little background on the Dirty Heads. From California.
I would have never guessed.
The best way to explain them is Wikipedia. They're alternative hip hop, acoustic rock, alternative rock, rap rock, reggae fusion, reggae rock, and Lissy's favorite, ska.
Yeah. But they don't have enough ska influence in them to like ruin it for me.
The best way to put it is they are hip hop and reggae, pretty much. Is kind of it. They're you can easily say big influence. They're heavily influenced by Sublime.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they've talked about it. They've been around since 2006.
Mm-hmm.
The main members is like the rappers, singers that you hear is Dirty J and Duddy B.
Those are some names.
They don't really go by those names anymore. Dirty J is Jared Watson, and Duddy B is Dustin Bushnell.
Dustin Bushnell?
Yes.
His name is Dustin?
Yeah, you've seen pictures of them, right?
Probably.
Of the Dirty Heads. That's the Dirty Heads. Can you?
Yeah, that's like.
Which one do you think Dirty J is?
That guy.
This guy right here?
No, the one next to him.
Oh, no, this is Dirty J right here.
Okay.
And then Duddy is this guy. That's Dustin.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. That tracks up.
Do they look like they smoke weed and drink beer and shit?
Yes.
Like, look at these fucks.
This guy looks like...
That's Dirty J.
He looks like he would walk into Zoomies and he would go like, "Dah, sick dude, you got the new rolling trays, dog." That's what he looks like. He'd sound like.
No, bro, that'd be Duddy. Because Duddy literally look at Duddy.
No, because like.
But I mean, I understand because like that's Dirty J, bro.
Like he would sound like that more than him. He honestly kind of gives me the vibes of like he smokes weed and he'd stand in the back of a hardcore show.
Bro, look how shredded Dirty J is.
That's what I'm trying to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I'm trying to be.
It's shredded, bro.
That's my goals for 2025 is to look like that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Anyway, back to the Dirty Heads.
Oh, hi.
So like
No, Dylan.
Oh god. So we will be reviewing their their 5th studio album. This is kind of let's get into this. So they released their debut album, Any Port in a Storm, in 2008. Heavy on the reggae. Some hip hop, but really heavy on the reggae. Cabin by the Sea, heavy on the reggae. Phantoms of Summer was an acoustic album. Sound of Change, I mean, there it is right there. Sound of Change, they kind of were going away from the reggae style and just going straight up hip hop. This album is kind of a continuation of that. And then everything after that, Swim Team is completely different. Supermoon is completely different to Swim Team. And Midnight Control is completely different from Supermoon. This is probably my favorite Dirty Heads album.
Okay.
It always goes back and forth of this one, Any Port in a Storm, or Sound of Change. They always flip flop. But I do like this album, and I like the concept of this album because this album, I don't know if like listening to it, you're able to realize it. There is some sort of shift in the album of where it seems like it's daytime on the beach, and then the second half of the album is nighttime on the beach.
I can get that, yeah.
And that's kind of what the album is and how it's supposed to be. That they did it like that because side 1, I think, is like daytime, and then side B is dark or some shit. Like if you get the vinyl.
Well, even like the album art attributes to that.
Yeah.
From the gradient of colors.
Yeah, it's the gradient of colors.
It's like a sunset.
Yep. That's what it is.
So what was the whole thing with the octopus? Is that like an piece of information you know about? Like, or were they just like, my homie's a really good artist and he drew this cool octopus, so we put it there?
That one.
Okay.
That one. There might be like some sort of meaning, but I never found anything in research about like the octopus. I just know it's pretty much called the Wicked and Wily Octopus. Because
like it kind of reminds me, and this is like, okay, this is so fucking out of left field, and I feel like if Mark ever hears me say this, I don't know if he'd slap me across the face or not, but so the artist who, I don't know if he still does, so did or does, a lot of, most of, if not all of the album artwork for Dance Gavin Dance, like does these really cool ink drawings with pens. And like he has a whole shop, like a whole Etsy. That's why I'm like, I don't think he does the artwork for the albums anymore. I only know about this because of Mark. But like he'll just take a pen, he doesn't sketch anything, he just draws, and he just draws these like wild, crazy like monsters or things or whatever. And the artwork is so fucking cool. It's so fucking good. And for some reason, his artwork and this, the octopus just kind of feel synonymous to me. Like they feel in that same type of vein, which is why I really like it a lot, because I think it's a really fucking cool piece of art. But it reminds me of one of those things that like you would just see somebody literally pick up an ink pen, not even sketch anything out, and just doodle it, and it comes out as this fucking crazy cool fucking drawing.
Yeah, honestly, I think it's literally just, I don't know who designed it or whatever or anything like that.
It's cool as fuck.
Yeah, no, it is cool, but like it's probably honestly just one of those like they were probably really fucking stoned or tripping balls, and they were like, hell yeah, dude,
Yeah,
this looks fucking cool. Cause like, and I was like, if you're wondering what the name Dirty Heads means, I don't know if you know even, but
nope.
it's like a surfer term of like you get sand in your hair is dirty.
Oh,
Dirty Heads.
yeah,
Surfer term. They're surfers. They're in California. They're on that west.
You know, I feel like in another life I was born a guy in California and SoCal, and I was a surfer.
You were a surfer, dude?
I feel
dude.
I feel like in another universe I was born as a man with long blonde locks that works at a surf shop and surfs on Sundays. High tide for high Jesus up in the clouds. Praise be.
Okay.
Dude.
Anyway, moving on. This album, the self-titled album by Dirty Heads, was released on July 15th, 2016. Lissy, what were you doing in 2016?
Graduating. Actually,
Wow.
I was starting my job at Hot Topic in July of 2016.
Wow.
So I graduated a month before this, probably a little bit less than that. So I actually, crazy funny story. I graduated on June 6th, 2016. And it was like a whole thing because there was like 3 6s. There was a 1 dividing it. It was a whole fucking thing that they made into a whole fucking speech though. Because like the last time this happened was back in 06, June 6th, 2006.
Well, yeah, 666.
Yeah, but there was still a 0 I don't know. Either way. But they made like this whole thing about the speech. So I graduated June 6th of 2016. And probably about a month later, this actually was literally because it was the middle of July.
Mid-July.
It was the middle of July. I was starting my job at Hot Topic. So I was quite literally either just starting my job or have just started it or was about to. So yeah, I was getting my first job. I had my license for about a month because I didn't get my license till the beginning of June 2016. Because I was focusing on my grades because my grades sucked. I wasn't really focusing on my grades. I was focusing on just graduating. And so I was still kind of new to driving, new to the workforce, very shy, very secluded, in a crummy relationship with a crummy person. But yeah, started my mall job.
Hell yeah.
Started my management journey. So this album is gonna be 9 years old this year. So 9 years of Dirty Heads and 9 years of retail management experience.
Crazy.
Yep.
I just turned 16.
That's so weird.
My birthday's on the 9th.
No.
So I just turned 16.
I was 17 at this time because this is before my birthday.
My dad and stepmom just got married a month before this. And
really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh my god, their 10-year wedding anniversaries next year?
Yeah.
We have to do something for them.
God.
Oh my god, we have to do something for them. That's a milestone.
Anyway, I think they're going to Vegas, they said.
That doesn't mean we can't still do something
well, I know,
for them.
But I'm just saying, I think they said they were going to Vegas.
We watch the dogs, we decorate the house for when they come back.
Oh my god. Anyway.
Incredible.
Anyway. Yeah. And actually, I don't think it was this day. I remember when the album came out, though. I was hyped as hell. But I don't think it was this day, but it was around this day. Warped Tour was happening.
Yeah.
But not. We were going to Jersey. It was a Jersey date.
No, the Jersey date was still close to our date.
Yeah.
But
But it was
so
happening around, like, I think it was probably, like, within this week of July 15th, 2016.
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was the year that Guar was there.
No, Guar was the next year.
Was it really the next
Yeah.
year?
Guar was 2017.
Oh my god.
20, here, we'll look up the...
No, we don't need to. This is not, it's not about the...
Dirty Heads have played Warped Tour before.
Oh my god.
2016. Vans Warped Tour lineup. Let's look at this.
Oh my god, that's so many bands.
Well, let's look at this. This is, yep. 303. Everyone's favorite, Falling in Reverse. Good Charlotte. Issues.
I probably saw Issues.
Less Than Jake.
Did not see Less Than Jake.
Mayday Parade.
Saw Mayday Parade.
Pepper. Real Big Fish.
Didn't see them.
Sleeping with Sirens.
Probably definitely saw them.
Sum 41.
No, I definitely did see, or no, I saw Sleeping with Sirens a different year, but I'm pretty sure I saw Sleeping with Sirens this year.
Tonight Alive.
I probably saw Tonight Alive.
Yellow Card. Trey You. Bullet for My Valentine. Every Time I Die. I'm just reading ones people like would know. Gideon. Ice Nine Kills. Motionless in White. The World Alive. Fucking Veil of Maya. Whitechapel.
I saw Veil of Maya.
Chunk No Captain Chunk.
Don't kick the fucking table.
Sorry. Knuckle Puck. Teenage Bottle Rocket. The Interrupters. Water Parks.
I wasn't into water parks at the time. Wow, I feel like this lineup kind of sucked.
Yeah, this is a kind of an ass lineup. That's an ass lineup, man.
I paid for that?
Me too. Anyway, the promotion of this album is That's All I Need is the only single released off this album, and it was released on 4/20. 2016.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The album is 40 minutes long.
Mm-hmm.
Good length.
It's not a long 40 minutes, I'll say that much.
No.
I do fear that this album, at some points, kind of falls into the same thing I tend to complain about of similarity, but it's not like a bad similarity where I necessarily get bored with it. Like, I feel like this album falls into that, like, oh, I'm straight vibing. Like, I'm putting this album on at a barbecue at your dad's house and we're chilling by the pool.
Hell yeah, bro.
That's what I'm doing with this album.
Well, shall we get into this album?
I guess.
Shall we talk about the Dirty Heads?
Sure.
Okay, so this is Dirty Heads.
Mm-hmm.
I wish they had a song Dirty Heads. No, so we kick off with literally the single, That's All I Need.
Love, where I got my first rub, where we did our first drugs. And the bikers and the vatos that I grew up with. All I need, everybody sing. There ain't no place I'd rather be. I'm talking about right here, right now. That's all I need. Yeah. But this reminds me.
This song is literally so this album, I am gonna go on a soapbox talking about this album, because when people think of the Dirty Heads, when they hear that name, this is what they fucking think the Dirty Heads sound like.
Mm-hmm.
This song right here. They have other songs with deeper fucking meanings, and there's a lot on this album that we will get into. There's a reason why I picked this fucking album, so we can talk about this. But this long, you want to listen to the Dirty Heads, you throw on this song. You want to know what they sound like? You throw on this song. That's what it is. This is literally the Dirty Heads. This is I forget why they chose to make this the self-titled album. I know that there is a meaning like to it, and I think it's just because of like the change of like music that they were doing. But like they still kept like, this is the Dirty Head sound. And that's kind of the song. It's a mixture of everything.
Yeah.
That's all I need.
I feel like I say this a lot with albums, but I mean, it's literally just the best way of saying it. What a fucking way to start the album.
Yeah.
Coming out fucking swinging with it. Like, literally started this album with a straight fucking vibe.
Yeah.
Really good song.
It is
really
a vibe.
good song. And I do agree that, like, when I think of Dirty Heads, it's like this is the sound I think of. And I know that they have other sounds. I mean, one of my favorite Dirty Head songs is Medusa. You know, and that's like way fucking different from this.
Yeah.
So, I also like, was it Hip Hop Misfits?
Hip Hop Misfits.
I
yeah.
also fucking love that song. Very fucking different. But when people say the Dirty Heads, I'm thinking this.
Yeah, you think this is like one of their like well-known songs too.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, it gets played live. People always go fucking nuts for it and everything like that. It's kind of a staple for them.
We should go to the beach.
I'm always down to go to the fucking beach.
You don't like the ocean.
I like the sand.
What?
I'll smoke weed.
I have never.
Let me smoke weed on the beach.
I have never heard somebody just being like, "I'm gonna go to the beach," but not because of the ocean. I just love sand.
I hate the ocean. Anyway.
Well, I'm gonna get taken away by the current then.
Anyway, track 2, The Truth.
Remember your armor before you start this war.
I don't like this song. This is my least favorite Dirty Head song.
I don't mind it all that much, but it was one of those ones where, like, I was already in the vibe, so I'm still just cruising with it. Like, it didn't take me out of the vibe.
It's sandwiched in between two good songs.
Yeah.
And that's also a reason why I don't like it. But also, like, it's not horrible. It's just not, like, I for some reason, I just was never able to vibe for this. Like, I have a Dirty Heads playlist, and it's almost every Dirty Heads song. The song isn't on it.
Yeah.
I don't really care for this song. I never did.
I don't think it's terrible. It just kind of is. It feels like filler.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Feels like a filler episode.
It's a filler.
But it's not a bad filler episode. You know, it's kind of one of those ones where, like, maybe you forget about it and you come back to it and you're like, oh yeah, I forgot that this was here. All right, you know, I'm chilling with it. It's not going to be my favorite filler episode. It's not going to be the one thing that I'm going to tell people, oh my God, do you remember this obscure episode from whatever show and X, Y, and Z happened in it? And it was just like, you know, but it's like, okay, yeah, I'm here for it.
In later albums of the Dirty Heads, I will admit, there is songs on the albums that feel like filler.
Yeah.
Like, it just feels like they're just putting out stuff that's filler. Like, older Dirty Heads is better than, like, newer Dirty Heads, but I still fuck with newer Dirty Heads.
Yeah.
Track 3. Doesn't it make you right?
This is for my people out there feeling like they black sheep, running from the wolves that are nipping at your back feet. Leather jacket, pocket knives, fencing in the back streets, burst into flames like a match to a gas leak. It doesn't make you right.
This song is a fucking banger.
So you want to know what the first, and obviously, don't slit my throat over this. Obviously, this was not influenced by this artist that I'm about to say, but like the first thing I thought of when I listened to this song was 21 Pilots.
I mean, I wouldn't be shocked though, to be honest with you.
I wouldn't be shocked if 21 Pilots got some influence from Dirty Heads.
I wouldn't be shocked if it was even the other way around too.
Yeah, well, I think 21 Pilots was like, at least they hit a higher sensation around 2016.
I was gonna say, both of them were around the same time. I think fucking Blurry Face was out in 2016.
I think it was 2016,
So,
maybe a little bit earlier, but
yeah.
I think 2016 is when Blurry Face came out. Because trust me, I was selling it.
I wouldn't mind, like, I wouldn't bat an eye at it, you know?
Yeah, no, it has that vibe to it. You know what I mean?
This is one of those songs where I say, like, yeah, Dirty Heads have songs with like it's not about smoking weed and partying all the time with them. No, like there's a straight up song about the misfits and the outcast.
Yeah. I can see me. Here's where we're at. Because I should have done this for the whole album, right? But I'm at the part now where, like, okay, so song 1, I get to the beach. Okay. I'm at the beach.
You're at the beach.
I'm happy I'm at the beach. That's what I need. Or that's all I need, right? I'm there. And then second song, I'm setting up my little... I set up, like, my
You're
little
getting
spot.
the sand toys out.
Getting the sand
You're getting
toys
the sand
out,
toys out.
and I'm starting my walk along the beach. I'm not getting in the water yet. I'm starting my walk along the beach. Now I have found the rocks, and I'm sitting on the rocks watching the waves. Contemplating. Enjoying myself, taking in the scenery.
This is one of my favorite songs off this album, and probably top 10 Dirty Head songs. Mm-hmm. It's really good. It's really different, and that's why I like it. Moving on to track 4, and I'm feeling it right now. We're feeling good. Even if you're better, things will never change if you run from what you're scared of. Just remember who you are and where you came from. If you get lost, catch your steps and retrace them. If you can't catch on from just like the beat of the song, even the song is literally just about feeling good. Mm-hmm. It's a Dirty Head song.
I've now jumped from the rock into the ocean, and I'm letting the current just take me wherever. I'm not floating off to sea, but I'm floating along the shore.
Now I know you probably don't know who is who, but who do you like more? Like whose voice do you like more rapping? Like, so here we'll
yeah, play me some snippets.
This is Duddy.
Okay.
And this is Dirty J. And then that's Duddy. That's Jay.
I don't know. I mean,
like,
I'd probably say Jay.
You like Dirty J?
I would probably say Jay more so, but like I feel like it's kind of like how we can go back to like last week talking about Mayday Pray and having dual vocalists. They complement each other so fucking well.
To me, both of them, they have their own style when it comes to rapping too, and it blends so well when they do it.
Yeah.
Like they do, like Duddy will sing about certain stuff, and so will Jay. But I mean, like, not like, oh, I'm not gonna sing about that or whatever. But like what they do sing about and stuff, it makes sense.
Okay.
That's kind of like, it's kind of like the Hollywood Undead thing of like they have the guys that will sing the party songs.
Yeah.
And then they have the guys that sing the emo songs. If you ever noticed that.
Well, I'm not a big Hollywood Undead.
But like if you ever noticed it, it's kind of like that. So that's kind of what they do. And it blends well. I do think Duddy is a great rapper, but a good singer. Mm-hmm. Dirty J is a good rapper with great bars, because he has some bars, and we're going to be getting into that very soon. But also can sing like a motherfucker. I like his voice.
Yeah.
I like, it's a little bit high-pitched, but not completely high-pitched.
Yeah.
Kind of nasally.
Yeah, I think that's why I like it.
At certain points.
I typically like a higher tenor.
Yeah.
With like a nasal voice, you know what I mean? Tends to be a little bit more of my style of music. Oh my god.
Moving on, we're going Under the Water.
I've already said this, I might need a medic. I'm trapped in these mornings without you. When it gets harder, no one can find us under the water.
Under the Water.
Ironically enough, following suit with the name of the song, I have decided to now take a dip further into the water. I'm getting hit with the waves, I'm going under, and I'm letting the water take me down, and I'm just vibing with the fish. I'm getting caught in the seaweed, and I don't care.
What do you think the song's about, Lissy? Just take a guess. What do you think the song is about? Listen to it, all of that.
Is this some sort of sex song?
No.
Okay. Is this alcohol song? Or drugs?
You could use that as interpretation. It's about if you want to, peace out.
Oh, sure.
If you want to peace out, this is kind of like finding that inner demon in you. Yeah. I forget how he put it in an interview, but I know it's about like suicidal thoughts and mental health and all of that. Because he did, Jay struggled with drinking before. So he's California sober, I believe now.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. I know they smoke weed still. But yeah, it's pretty much about like if you want to peace out, like this was kind of him just writing it.
I like this song though.
Oh, it's a good song.
Yeah,
it's a really good song. Like, I like the vibe of it, and like you would never know that's the vibe of the song, unless you are like me and you find an interview and you're like, damn,
yeah,
like fuck. Like when he said that, I was like, well, fuck.
Like, well, goddamn, pal.
Because I was like, this is like one of my favorite songs off the album, and it's like, well, fuck. I don't know if it's gonna be one that makes the playlist, but we'll see. Moving on to probably my favorite song off this album, Too Cruel. And I'm finding the lyric. And you probably know which one it is. I'm just going to let it play so everyone gets it.
I got an open mind, like a golden child. You try to go for points, I try that murder it. This evidence is evident. We stampede in elephants, we crash out. I'm king bitch, I bitch it's off like Little Man.
Okay. Oh.
Disarming army, said it's hard to stop me. I'm far from Avi. Us win a bus, pucks, fucking hockey. Her pot of coffee win Abu Dhabi. And my dick went limp like some Laffy Toffee. But her body stopped me and I'm tired of talking. You want an accent? Here's a mouthful of Cockney. Said you want a ring and you think that I'm...
Bro, what the fuck is he saying?
It was just straight yapping.
He's yapping and this song is so good.
Yeah.
This song is insane. They played this live when I saw them. The crowd was going fucking ballistic. Like, he didn't have to go that hard. He goes hard.
For no reason.
I don't know what this song's about.
Honestly, I don't know where I'm at the beach with this song.
Where are you at the beach with this?
I don't know.
Is this when the waves are just coming in and like it's one of those like I'm gonna stand here and the waves get like rough?
I think it's either that or like no, it's probably that. I genuinely don't know what's going on at this point. I'm confused.
You're just taking it all in.
I'm taking it all in, but I'm also thoroughly confused because things have shifted, but I don't understand how they have shifted.
You saw some weird things going on at the
Something
beach.
was happening. There might have been a jellyfish. I don't know.
No, you probably saw like a kid poop himself in the ocean or some shit.
That's so possible.
you probably definitely.
Very possible.
Anyway, let's move on to probably the second well-known song. This was technically the second single, even though there's only one single released, but this would be like the second single. Oxygen. With the greatest fucking piano intro ever.
Mm-hmm.
I see you coming around. If you're going under, then I'll be your oxygen. I'll be your oxygen.
We got the white boy reggae going on. They brought their reggae roots back with this one.
Mm-hmm.
This song, is fucking great. I'm gonna try to find another version that, like, so you know how, like, when you see a band live and, like, when they walk off stage, they'll have, like, a pre-tape song just for the crowd to leave to.
Yeah.
They do that, Dirty Heads, with Oxygen, even though they play Oxygen live, but it's a dance remix. And I just want you to see if I can fucking find it. Because it's not, yeah.
That's terrible.
It's fucking insane. There's a dance remix of it. What do you think of the song and where are you at on the beach?
I'm now realizing that, like, shit, I probably went too far with the current, and now I don't know where my,
You don't know where I'm at.
Well, I don't know where my umbrella is.
You lost me.
Or my snacks, or my towel.
You lost me.
Yeah, so I'm like, alright, so I'm, like, getting myself out of the water. I'm fighting against the current to try and get back to the beach. You're probably somewhere looking for seashells in the sand. You probably built a castle by now. I don't know.
I've dug a
Not
hole.
a clue. But I'm trying.
digging the China at this point.
Yeah, I'm just trying to, like, you have not realized I'm gone.
Nope.
Not a clue.
Nope.
Ooh, work.
Puppies.
Puppies. But yeah, I'm fighting the current on my way back to land.
Mm-hmm.
Is where I'm at.
Oxygen.
Yes.
What do you think about the song?
Oh, I love this fucking song.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think this is the best song off the album.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. I like that.
Yeah. I think this is hands down the best song off the album.
It's a hit for them.
Uh-huh.
It's a hit. Moving on to Red Lights.
Keep it from my eyesight, staring at these red lights, trying to keep my head right.
This song is filler, but better than the truth.
Okay.
That's kind of what I put at it. It's a good one. It's better. It's one of those songs, they played this live, and I enjoyed it live.
Okay.
And I think it's because, like, they probably amplify things and whatnot, and it was really cool live, and they had red lights. It was. I think the song is actually about getting stoned and, like, staring at fucking lights, and everything's just changing red. I believe that's kind of literally what this song is about, and, like, not dealing with bullshit.
Okay.
Yeah. If I'm right, I'm right. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But somewhere along that line. What do you think of Red Lights?
It's fine. It's nothing special.
Where you at on the beach?
I've gotten to to land, and I'm making my way back
Okay.
to the plot of land
Okay.
that we have set up.
Okay.
You are in fact making a sandcastle and had no idea I left.
Okay. So you know how, like, on Twitter sometimes, maybe I don't know if sometimes, like, it's on your Twitter, but, like, people will post, like, name, like, 3 songs on an album that, like, went back to back to back so fucking hard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so these next 3 songs is that.
Okay.
So we got Smoke and Dream.
Baby, let's smoke and sing. Baby, let's go outside. Baby, let's smoke. Give me your love, give me your love, give me your love, give me your love, give me your love. Hold on, we float on. Baby, let's.
Go ahead, shit on the song list because I know that's what you're gonna do.
I don't like it.
I was gonna say I know
I
you
don't
probably.
like this
I was
song.
gonna say you definitely do not like this song.
At the beach, I am currently slightly upset with you for not realizing I had left, but we are cut off mid, like, not argument, but mid debacle, because, like, some dude on, like, a bike just No, you know what? It's not even a bike. You know sometimes people bring their cars onto the beach?
Yeah.
Some person in a fucking Jeep Wrangler just drove by, like, the top's off the Jeep, the doors are off the Jeep, and they have sand all in their fucking car, and they're just blaring some weird electronic ass music, and I'm turning my head going, what the fuck? That's where I'm at.
Yeah?
And then we just forget what we're upset about.
You know what I'd be doing on the beach?
Building a sandcastle like you are in my story.
No, I'd be chasing the seagulls too.
Why would you chase a seagull?
Why not? I'd be trying to catch one.
What type of beef you got with a seagull?
It was 5 years ago. Maybe I wanted to keep a seagull. I'll bring one home for the cats.
I know what your cousins did. Where's the pack of cigarettes?
Yeah. I have so much beef with seagulls, bro. Gotta honor my family.
I can't take you to anywhere, man.
Anyway. Smoke and Dream. It's a lit song.
Yeah, I don't like this song.
You smoke and you dream.
This song could
I kind of figured Lissy wasn't gonna
be
like
taken
it.
off the album.
I kind of figured Lissy wasn't gonna like it because this song is like, it comes out of nowhere.
Yeah, I
When you first heard this, like, what was your reaction?
what the fuck? This takes me out of the vibe.
Does it take you out of the
It
vibe?
just takes me out of the vibe, and I'm like, all right, well, whatever.
Okay. Anyway, moving on. The Moon Tower.
Let's go outside, look up at the stars tonight, see 'em in the fool's hour. You can meet me at the moon tower. Let's all get high. Look up at the stars, meet me out. Driving down a dark road, rolling down the window. Hands out, hands out.
This song and the closing track should swap places. This should be the closing track.
Okay.
This should be the closing track. This song is so good.
Mm-hmm.
It's so good. I love it. It's nice. I don't know. You ever watched the movie Dazed and Confused?
No.
Well, nice reference of the Moon Tower. Because they go up to the Moon Tower, smoke
Okay.
weed and stuff. It's a Dazed and Confused reference. But yeah, this should close out the album. This feels like an album closer to me.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah,
That's fair.
the way it ends and everything. Where are you at on the beach?
We're sitting on our chairs. We're eating sandwiches with chips on them.
Ooh.
We, for some reason, have a fire going. This is a public beach, by the way.
Well, it's nighttime technically in the album.
Well, in my mind, the sun's setting.
Okay.
We have a fire going. We're roasting weenies. We're
So-
eating sandwiches with chips on them.
Are we in fucking Los Santos?
I don't know where we
in
are.
GTA?
No idea where we're at. Not a clue. We're just at a beach. It's a public beach, though, because there's other people with Jeep Wranglers. And we are simply just watching the sunset, eating our weenies and sandwiches. I'm so hungry.
We're gonna have to get food after this, aren't we?
We don't have money for food, man.
That is true. I brought home those hot dogs.
Yeah, I'll probably have those. Or some noodles. But
What do you think of the song?
it's a good song. It's a really good song.
Do you think it should be a good album closer? Like,
Yeah.
what's your opinion on that?
I agree with you on that. Like, I could see this being a better closing track than the closing track.
Okay. Let's get to the closing track.
Okay.
And that's Realize It. I love the opening line.
Feeling south, but you warm up in your North Face. It's all perspective, you the jockey of the whole.
Bro's talking about North Face jackets. Anyway, I want to find a particular part in this song. So we're just gonna.
Race, think you got it bad while some are living off of your waist, waiting like a new trouble comes my way, but I just phase it out like daydreams. Born in the 80s, but my heart lives in the 60s in a meadow full of daisies, running naked with some gypsies, man. Have empty glasses overflow with
He's talking about some weird things.
expectations. I take opportunities
here it
to
is.
make them revelate.
Right here.
Spaced out and feeling high, but your head's down waiting. Laced out in a golden jewels, but you miss that craving. For the one that brings the truth out of what you've been faking. Now you're looking up at the sky, saying someone save me. Someone to realize it.
I was driving home listening to this song at like 2 a.m. It was
I
like
have
Friday
no
night
idea.
or whatever.
No clue, but sure.
Pouring down rain. But I had the fucking, not my sunroof completely open, but like just had like the thing open where you're able to see like the skyline. This goes hard when it's pouring down rain at 2 a.m. and there's no one on the road. Especially that line about being spaced out.
Yeah.
Because I was like, damn, I felt that.
Yeah.
Like, this
It's a good song, though.
it's a good song. Don't get me wrong. I just feel like this should have swapped places with Moon Tower.
Yeah.
I really like this song, though. I like, to me, the meaning about it. I don't know what the true meaning is. But like, I like the meaning to me about it of like, you're realizing shit in your life.
Yeah.
Like you kind of have like that fucking moment of realization of like, well, fuck, I'm doing this with my life, or I'm doing X, Y, and Z. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a good closer. I just wish it wasn't the closer. I wish it was second to last. I feel like it would have been better. Anyway, Lissy, your thoughts on this song?
It's fine. It's not a bad song by any means. It does. I feel like with the way that this ends, it makes me think that there's still gonna be more coming after the album. I don't know why, but when I was listening to this album, and then it went to a different album or a different band or a different song, I was like, oh, that's it.
To be fair, this album and then the next album, Swim Team, were released like only like 18 months apart from each other. Like, or not even. This album was released in July of 2016. Swim Team came out in October of 2017. So the next album, that has Vacation on it.
Yeah.
So you could say, like I said, this is kind like Swim Team is kind of a continuation of this sound of the Dirty Heads.
Yeah.
That, as I always joke and say, oh, they went beach trap.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I always say, is this is their beach trap phase, because they're just fucking, it feels like you're on a fucking beach and they're making trap music. I love the Dirty Heads. Where you out on the beach?
We have packed up, we're in the car, and we're driving back to the hotel.
You have realized that we have left the beach.
I've realized that I can't be at the beach for my entire life, and I'm depressed. Yeah.
That sucks.
Yep, unless I choose to live on a beach. But tsunamis are scary.
Well, Lissy, what are your thoughts on this album?
I'm sleepy. Sorry. Not a bad album by any means. Again, it's just kind of another vibey album where I can put this on and just kind of chill with it. If someone else puts this on, I'm chilling with it. This whole album for the most part would probably go on a playlist that I would play on my way to the beach, or to have music playing at the beach.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it encapsulates that feeling really fucking well. Again, is this an album I'm gonna be reaching for all the time? No. But is it probably an album that if it's like a really nice day out and I'm like, oh man, I could really just go for some Dirty Head vibes, am I putting this album on? Probably.
Okay. What is... Oh, I guess I'll do my thoughts then. My thoughts on this album is it the best Dirty Heads album? I don't think so. It is in my, like I said, my top 3 rotation of like favorite Dirty Heads album.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just because I like the music, like the musical style that they went for on this album. I will say it probably isn't their best album, but is it a good, easy, accessible album of being like, hey, check out the Dirty Heads? Yes. And that's pretty much, I think, the reason why they made it self-titled.
Yeah.
And I get that. So I dig the concept, and like I said, I like the little concept that they run through the album of like daytime, nighttime stuff. Is it their worst album? No. By far, no. It's not even middle of the road. It's actually better than middle of the road. And we'll get to that right now. Lissy, out of 10. What are you getting this?
I'd say like an 8.
An 8.
Yeah.
Okay, because that's what I was doing too.
Yeah.
I was giving it an 8.
I'd say like an 8.
I was giving it an 8. So, wow, that just averages out to an 8.
Yeah.
What are your 2 favorite songs off this album?
Well, I'm definitely saying Oxygen.
Okay.
Hands down. And you know what? I'll put Under the Water on there as well.
Okay. And the 2 that I am going to pick is Too Cruel and Realize It.
Mm-hmm.
What's your least favorite song off this album?
That electronic one.
The Smoke and Dream one?
Yeah.
Mine would be The Truth.
Yeah.
So, you are doing Under the Water? I gotta add these to the playlist, excuse me. Under the Water. Too Cruel. Wow, 3 in a row. Three songs in a row. Too Cruel. Oxygen. And Realize It. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's see. What album will we be listening to next for this next episode?
So I actually, for a hot minute,
God.
I forgot I needed to pick an album.
Oh no.
So I was like, shit, I really don't know what to pick.
Oh no.
I was like, I actually haven't put a lot of thought into this at all. I need something that I can just think of off the top of my head.
Oh no.
Something that is going to at least make for a good episode as well.
Oh no.
But not something that I had to put a lot of thought into that's necessarily going to be a controversial. Well, it could be controversial.
Oh no.
But not controversial between you and I.
Oh no.
You know what I mean? Like something that we're genuinely just going to be able to sit here and actually talk about and have like very good thoughts on. I feel like very good commentary on.
Oh no. I'm scared of where this is going. I have no idea where
this is going in such a safe place. You have no fucking
Oh no,
idea.
I don't last time I was told to be in a safe place.
No, this is a really, really safe, secure place for you.
Oh no.
This is an album I know like the back of my hand, front to back.
Am I gonna like this?
You are absolutely gonna love this.
Oh boy.
We're reviewing The Queen is Dead by the Smiths.
Okay. Thank God.
Yeah, it's a very safe bet. And it's because I genuinely forgot
Thank God.
I needed to pick an album.
Oh, thank
And
God.
I was like, shit, what song I could pick really fucking fast that's gonna make for a good video and something that we're both gonna at least enjoy listening to, that I'm not just gonna pull out of. Because like the other one I was thinking of was The Fame by Lady Gaga.
No.
So I was like, let's just do The Queen is Dead by the Smiths.
Yes.
Because that's an easy one, and we're both gonna enjoy it, and I don't even need to fucking listen to this album. I could go the whole next 2 weeks and not even listen to this album. I will, but I could if I really wanted to, and I could fucking talk about this album for fucking hours.
I'm gonna want to listen to some Moz, okay? So I'm ready.
That's what I'm like, it could be a little controversial to talk about.
I can't wait to talk about some fucking Moz.
But yeah, no, it's a very safe bet. It's a classic album. It's an iconic album. I love the Smiths. I fucking love the Smiths. So it's my favorite Smiths album. Kind of a cop out, but it's my favorite Smiths album. So yeah, it's a safe one. It's a safe one, but it'll be a good one. Because again, you and I have talked about the Smiths so many fucking times in our lives. And what's listening to them again? You know what I mean? So
we're just doing the regular standard.
Yeah, the original The Queen is Dead. I mean, this is going to be like the 2016 remaster.
Well, yeah, but
is it 20 or no, not 2016, 2011.
We're doing the 10 song version.
Yeah,
we're not doing the deluxe version.
No. We're
because that's just demos.
Yeah, no, we're just doing the original. The Queen is Dead. That's
10 track.
Yeah, that's what we're reviewing.
Get it the fuck in and out. 37 minutes
Easy
and out,
peasy.
in and out breeze. And
just like the Smiths' career.
It is a fucking breeze. Oh, we'll get into that. We'll get into that. It's a breeze. Anyway, take us out.
Well, thank you guys so much for listening and watching. If you enjoyed this episode, please make sure to like, share, subscribe, send it to your friends, your family members, the dirty heads, whoever you really want to.
Please send it to the dirty heads.
Tell me about where you thought you were on the beach listening to this album. Even if you stopped the video when we said the songs and you listened to the songs in its entirety, let me know. How was your beach adventure? And if you want to follow us on Instagram, make sure to follow us on Talkin Music Pod. That is TALKIN _MUSIC _POD. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at the same handle, which is Lungtar, LUNG_TAR. Blue Sky at Lungtar, LUNG single hyphen TAR, and TikTok at Lungbucks, LUNG _BUCKS. Dylan, where can they find you?
Find me on Instagram and or the Twitter. Well, they're actually different. Fuck, I forget which one is which sometimes.
But you can still find Dylan on either of the platforms.
Hold on, you guys will pick up one point. You can find me on Instagram at Dillweaves, DYL_line WEAVES_line, and then on Instagram, same thing, no underscore lines, all one word. Or Twitter, that was Twitter.
Yep.
Instagram has the underscore lines, Twitter doesn't.
Sure.
Yeah.
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 But thank you guys so much for listening and watching, and we'll see you in the next one when we talk about some Morrissey.
Oh.
Well, don't give away too much now. Goodbye.